In 1969, James was 20 when he met Evelyn. It wasn't love at first sight, it was something deeper. She had this effortless way of making the world feel lighter, like nothing was ever as bad as it seemed. They spent that summer together, walking by the lake, dreaming about the future. She was his first love, his only love. But life isn't a love story, it's a series of choices, and sometimes those choices aren't ours to make. James had enlisted in the military before he met Evelyn, and his deployment came sooner than expected. "I'll wait for you," she whispered the night before he left, and for a while she did. Letters became their lifeline, each one filled with promises of forever. Then the letters stopped. No explanation, no goodbye. When James finally returned home years later, the first place he went was her house. He didn't even make it to the door. Through the window, he saw her, wearing a white dress, holding someone else's hand, married. He told himself to move on. He built a life, traveled, worked, even dated, but no one ever felt like her. He never married, he never really let go. Decades passed. James grew older, but the memory of her never faded. Then one evening, as he walked through the park, he saw a familiar figure sitting alone on a bench. Silver hair, soft wrinkles, but the same eyes, the same Evelyn. His heart pounded. Could it really be her? He hesitated, then took a deep breath. "Evelyn?" She turned, eyes widening. "James?" For a moment, time stood still. Then she smiled, warm, familiar, like no time had passed. They talked for hours. She told him about her life, her children, and how she was a widow now. And he, still the boy who had loved her. From that day on, they were inseparable again. Walking through the park, laughing like they were 20 again. Love doesn't always come when we want it to, but sometimes, just sometimes, love waits. Would you wait for someone if you knew they were the one? Let me know in the comments.